Hey guys! All right, so I think most people would say I'm a pretty nice person, and someone who doesn't know me that well might be puzzled as to why I'm giving a presentation on how to control your emotional triggers or keep your composure. So, unless you're a close friend of mine, you probably wouldn't know that I actually struggle with losing my composure just like everyone else. So there are certain things that people say or certain ways that people treat others that make me lose it, and I become very angry and upset, and I say things or I text things that I later regret. And like most people, my triggers, the things that make me really upset and angry, are related to the layers in my onion. And although we sometimes try and make excuses for our behavior, losing our composure never turns out well. And just like when Alexis was spraying you guys with water, that's kind of like what our emotional outbursts are like. And often, other people get sprayed in addition to the person we're targeting. All right, so today I want to talk about how to jam our emotional triggers. But before we get to that, let me share a few of mine. We all have them, and here's my top 3. Number 1, I get defensive over my friends. Like, if I see you being rude to one of my friends, you best know that I'm gonna get up in your face and be like, hey, why are you doing that to them? Only I can. Number 2, like I've mentioned before, I get really defensive over my grades. Last night, I spent like 3 hours studying for my government test today, and my friend barely looked at her study guide for 10 minutes before class, and if she gets a better grade than me, I'm gonna be pretty mad about it. And number 3, I hate when guys try to control me or other girls. I don't know what it is, but boys just think they can have more power over us. Like, hey, I'm an independent girl. I don't need you. So, how do we jam our triggers? First, you have to recognize them. You have to name them. If you don't already know your triggers, ask your friends. They'll probably be more than happy to tell you what yours are, since they're the ones that get to experience them. Legit, I'm not gonna lie, I asked Joanna what my 3 triggers were because I had no idea. I just felt they were a part of me. And your friends can probably also help you to understand your triggers. And while you're trying to figure them out, you can use something like this. When blank happens, I feel blank. So next time you're about to pull the trigger, or even after you have, stay in that moment and see if there's a key word that can describe how you're feeling. Second, you have to understand your triggers, what causes the emotions you feel. My 3 triggers that I mentioned earlier are directly related to the hurts and pain that I've experienced, and it's the same for you guys. Our triggers are usually related to our hurts, our fears, and our shames. In stressful situations, our brain looks for the layers of our onion where there are feelings and emotions. If we're focused on all the negative things in life that have happened to us, your brain will find them, and those emotions will be what comes out in stressful situations. However, if your brain is focused on positive things, then no matter how bad the situation is, your positive emotions will prevail. That's why it's so important to not only stop peeling your onion, but to also jam your triggers and retrain your brain to find the positive emotions. So think back into your life to when something bad happened and you actually responded the right way. You kept your composure because your brain found the positive emotions. The cool thing is you can actually retrain your brain to search for positive emotions in stressful situations. So guys, replace your anger, anxiety, and sadness with positive thoughts. Redirect your emotions. Stop trying to manage your emotions, accept your responsibility for them, and choose to feel something different. And every time you think about positive things or view a situation positively, you jam your triggers. So hang around positive people, try and only expose yourself to positive information. And one of the things I found helpful is that I ask a friend for help when one of my triggers go off. I'll ask the friend to start telling me positive things. It sounds cheesy, but it works. So guys, do something crazy this week. Jam your triggers.